Hi, would you like to learn which are the best tarot books? If you are learning tarot, if you have already learned tarot from somebody, or if you are an aspiring tarot reader, then a good book is something that will actually either make you or it can break you. I know that there are several people who wanted to learn tarot and they picked up the wrong book, and then they actually messed up. They threw away their cards. They just gave up on the middle of their journey, and they never progressed further. So if you would like to know which are the best books for a beginner, then you are on the correct video. Hi, I am Preeti, and in this video I will be sharing you 10 tarot books that I would recommend to all the beginners who have already learned tarot, all the beginners who are aspiring to become tarot readers. Okay, so now let me clear out one thing before I share the books with you. See, it's not that if you read a book you can become a tarot reader. Okay, so don't depend to become a tarot reader just based on any of the book that I'm going to share. If you want to become a tarot reader and charge money for guiding people for their life, you are not going to just read a book and start doing it, right? Any doctor, a doctor cannot start performing surgeries just based on reading a book. Okay, so that is where learning from a professional, taking a professional level course, it matters. So yes, do be sensible in that. Do make sure that you think that through. Okay, just don't think rash. Yeah, sometimes people are not serious and they just want to refer a book and that's it. They don't even ever want to pick up the set of cards. So that's a different story. But if you are looking for learning tarot professionally such that you can start reading for others, you can start charging money for it, you can make a difference in this world through your tarot readings, then definitely learning from a professional, taking a professional level course, advanced courses would be essential, and that would be advised. Okay, so yes, so without further ado, let's get started with all the different books that I would recommend for you to get you started on your tarot reading journey. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so the first book I would recommend, I know that there are like thousands of tarot books, thousands, if not millions, out there in the world. I actually want to recommend my own book because yes, I have authored a tarot book, and usually I have got amazing remarks, amazing comments for my book, that that people who actually tried to follow the authors who were recommended by so many people and they could not follow their books, but then they came to my book and they actually could follow really well. They actually found my book very helpful to their tarot journey. So that is why I would recommend my book as the first one here, that is The Tarot Explains the Journey of Every Soul. It's available on Amazon, it's available through all online as well as offline stores. So yes, do check it out. You will be seeing the picture of that book somewhere around here. So yes, so that is my book, that you will actually, that's the only book you will actually need, okay, if you want to become a tarot reader. The second book that I would recommend is it's actually the 78 degrees of wisdom. Okay, 78 cards tarot card has, and this name of this book is 78 degrees of wisdom. It's by Rachel Pollack. That book also is a good book, and I do recommend it. I do recommend reading it. The third book I would recommend is The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. Okay, the next book I would recommend is yeah, Learning the Tarot, the Big Book of Tarot by Joan Bunning. Now a lot of you guys, you may actually question that the books that I'm recommending here, have I read them all? Not exactly. I have not read all of these books that I'm recommending here. I have just read like 2 to 3 books in this all the cards that I am, all the list that I am sharing. I'll just share my own opinion about the book that I am sharing, so that you can know how much you can rely on it. Okay, see, the opinion that I give is just my point of view. Your point of view may differ if you read that same book. Okay, so I'm not saying that whatever I'm feeling, you are also going to feel the same way if you read that book. Okay, so the third book I recommend is the Big Book of Tarot by Joan Bunning. Joan Bunning's books are good, and yes, the Big Book of Tarot means, I don't have that book, I have not seen that book, but I do assume based on the name that 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 book may have, you know, a detailed level of meanings. Joan Bunning has one more book, Learning the Tarot, Tarot for Beginners, something like that. That book is also very famous and highly recommended, so you can actually um, even check that out. The next book is The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. I don't have this book and I haven't read any of it, but I have seen it's very lately published. It was published I think in 2017, 2018, but that book actually has gained a lot of recognition since then. I'll share with you how does a book gain recognition. Okay, if you are really interested, sometimes, you know, people actually buy stuff based on how many people have bought it, on how much it is recognized, how much the brand is big. If you are interested in knowing that, just hang to the end of this video. I would like to share a little bit about that. It won't be like that I'm like, you know, shadowing this. And there's no intention of that, but sometimes when you are buying, you have to be aware what things are actually getting into place, you know, while you are in the process of buying something. Okay, so that the yes the so I talked about the Liz Dean book. The next book we have is The Pictorial Key to Tarot by Arthur Edward Waite. So that also is it is recommended. At the same time, I have heard some criticism about it, that it's not to the point. I have no idea whether how much of that is true, because as I said, I have not read this book. The next book I would suggest is Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Tarot Card Meanings by Bridget Esselmont. This book is also, it also has a lot of not advanced, but it has a detailed level of meanings. If you want to check it out, that is that. The next book I would recommend is Easiest Way to Learn Tarot by Dusty White. Okay, so now, you know, if you are a beginner and if you listen to a few names of these books, you will actually feel, oh, this sounds like, you know, something that's meant for me. Okay, see, the as I said, if you are really wanting to know what exactly is good for you, just wait till the end of the video. Okay, the next option I would like to say is the next book is the eighth book I would recommend is 21 Ways to Read Tarot by Mary Greer. Mary Greer is also a very good author that a lot of people recommend. So, yes, I would recommend her book as well. The next book is The Complete Guide to Tarot by Eden Gray. This is also one of the book. Before I wrote my own book, I used to recommend this book, you know, in my workshops. So yeah, now it's a different story that I have my own book and I recommend just my book during my workshops, because yes, that is what people are going to resonate with when I'm teaching them. So it's the easiest option. Plus, you know, my book is going to be the most, I think, from a price point, it's going to be the most cost effective one. Yes, because I am from India, and you know, my Indian audience, they usually cannot spend much money, which is why my book is actually priced at a very low price point. It's almost like about $4 to $5. Yeah, that is how much, you know, it will cost you, but it depends, you know, where you pick up the book. Sometimes the prices are less, sometimes the prices are more. Okay, the last option I would suggest is The Devil's Picture Book, The Complete Guide to Tarot by Paul Husson. Okay, so that is what this is what the options, this is what the 10 options are. Now a lot of you guys may feel attracted to certain books based on the names, like, you know, The Easiest Guide or The Ultimate Guide, or the, you know, The Pictorial Key. I don't know what name attracts you, it could be different for each of you watching this video. But when that happens, you know, you actually wonder which book is exactly going to be good for you, because yes, it's going to cost you money and you don't want to regret. Once that book comes into your hands, you don't want to regret that, oh, why did I buy this book just based on the name. Okay, so which is why, see, I would like to say that there it goes a lot into a marketing of a book. People spend like hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, behind searching for a name that's going to be attractive. Yes, there are psychological ways of naming the book, psychological ways of designing the book cover, which will make you feel more attracted towards one book and less attracted towards others. So if there is a book cover that is attracting you a lot, remember, somebody has done a lot of research, somebody paid. Yes, you know, book covers that are very attractive, people actually spent thousands of dollars behind designing that book cover. Okay, so yes, the book, writing the book, how much years they took the book to research, that's a totally different story than designing the book cover. Okay, so yes, so that goes into that. Then there are, experts, there are marketing experts who do research, who actually have done years of research, and they see which exactly, which are the titles, which are the words that are captivating for the audience during certain period of time, like during this decade, or which is going to be attractive during the next decade. They predict based on that, and based on those names also, the books are named, which is why I would suggest, don't just go don't buy a book based on its cover, don't buy a book based on its name. Okay, from all of these books, the books that I recommend, okay, I would recommend is definitely my book, because I know in and out what is going inside. Okay, what is inside each of the pages of my book, I know that. But yes, there are other books that I have mentioned here, I don't have any idea, what is inside those books, so I cannot recommend them. But yes, I did still recommend them because they are actually recommended by a lot of people. Okay, so that is that. The next book I would recommend from this list is 78 Degrees of Wisdom. 78 Degrees of Wisdom is, it actually shows you the wisdom behind each card. Okay, so yes, it could be a little difficult for the beginners. If you have already learned tarot, and if it's like 6 months, 1 year, you have been learning tarot, you are already certified, you have done readings here and there, then this book is something that I would recommend, that it's good for you. Yes, but I have seen that the meanings of the major arcana, they are actually really nice and in depth. From minor arcana, you may not find it that attractive. So yes, that is what that is. The next book I would recommend from this, okay, if you are thinking where I'm looking and reading, it's this book that I have written down certain things. The next book I would recommend is, yeah, I would recommend Mary Greer's book, 21 Ways to Read Tarot Cards. That is a good thing to do, because as a beginner, once you learn tarot, see, even when you have learned tarot, you will still need that inside you. You will need it inside you, that it show how easily, how flawlessly you are reading. Okay, you are doing readings. So 21 Ways to Read Tarot is a good book that will show you different ways of doing readings. The next book I would recommend on my basis is Ultimate Guide to Tarot, because it will share with you, if it is a health reading and then this card comes up, this is what you have to say. If it is a spiritual reading and this card turns up, this is what you have to say. Okay, so yes, so that is what I have to share with you in this video. Also, be very careful, no matter how many books you read, giving valuable high quality readings at the moment when you are doing the reading, that is what matters. There are people who have read like 10, 15, 25 books, and the moment they start reading the cards, they are totally blank, because whatever they have read, nothing of it resonates with what cards have turned up. Okay, so which is why I said, first learning from a professional tarot trainer is important. Once you learn tarot readings, how to do tarot readings from a professional trainer, after that I would suggest that you read at least 2 to 3 books from this list. If you read all 10, well and good. Okay, but yes, try to read 2 to 3 books. And I would suggest first you begin with my book. Okay, my book, yes, you will need a tarot deck also. So I have shared a video based on tarot deck as well, which tarot decks are recommended for beginners. So that is that. And if you are interested in learning tarot from a professional, yes, I'm a professional tarot trainer and I do conduct classes regularly. So if you are interested in learning tarot, you are most welcome. I will be placing a link below this video where you can join the waitlist of my next tarot class that would be happening. Sometimes I do conduct free programs, and you can just hop into my free program. Sometimes, if I feel that people don't value much, I just have a small fee where the people can actually pay a small token so that they actually appear. I did free programs a lot before, and I discovered that people just don't care when they don't pay, they don't show up during the during the program. And which is why I usually sometimes put a small fees on my class. Okay, so which is why you can just pay for that class and you can just turn up. Okay, So yeah, so that is it for today's video. I hope that this video made sense with you. If you have liked this video, hit the like button. Try to share this video with as many people as you can. I will see you again in my next video. Do stay subscribed to my channel. Let me know in the comments if you have any further questions. Okay, I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.